Hello and welcome to the Exotic Trash Podcast. I'm your host.
We're your hosts,
Joey
Simcoe and Jimmy Skidmore,
and Tim
O'Dennett as co-host.
Today we're going to be talking about video games.
So, Joey, what's your favorite video game?
My favorite video game. You know what? I think Tim should go first.
Really? The topic was video games, and you hadn't thought of your favorite video game before coming.
No, it's just I'd like to keep an order in how we answer things.
All right. So we could have gone this way.
But you see, I like this way.
Okay, Tim, what's your favorite video game?
Just out of pure nostalgia, I'm gonna answer Rock Band 2. But if we're doing like video games with a story, then Arkham City. Because I've only played like 5 video games with a story. So either Rock Band 2 or Arkham City.
Tim came over here thinking like...
Alright, well thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Exotic... Okay, my favorite video game. This is a loaded question. I'll go with Tim and say for nostalgia purposes, I'm going Resident Evil Code Veronica. I think it's a highly underrated game, and it was one of the best Resident Evil games. In fact, I'm going to go on a limb and say it is the best Resident Evil game. Please remaster it. Now, story-driven games, I'm going Fallout 2.
2?
2?
Even
Yeah.
before 3.
Well, Fallout New Vegas is my second favorite Fallout game. Fallout 3 is not bad, and it allowed the series to make a comeback.
Fallout 3 is the only one I've played.
You gotta love it. Fallout New Vegas, I will say this. Actually, this will be a later topic. But later we're going to say what's our favorite video game of all time. Like what's the, not like to us specific, but what we think is the best video game of all time.
Yeah.
Which can be different from your favorite.
It is, yeah.
So, but we'll come back to that. So, for nostalgia purposes, Resident Evil Code Veronica. For a story-driven game, I'm gonna go. What did you not like?
No, there's
there's a spider. Oh my god!
There was a spider?
Killed it.
Oh my god.
But yeah, for story purposes,
Are we in a
Fallout
basement?
2. No. Joey, what's your favorite video game of all time?
My favorite video game of all time is Halo 3.
That's a good game.
It is a good
I've
game.
played that game.
Halo
That's
3
fun.
is without a doubt one of the best video games of all time.
The
It's got a
freaking-
great story, great
Don't do that question
multiplayer.
yet. We're not on that
No,
question yet.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I'm putting reasoning into
Yeah.
why. I'm not saying it's the best that
Yeah.
I've played, but it's my favorite because it's nostalgic. It's got a great story. It's got great multiplayer. It's just an all-around fantastic game, and there's not really much that can beat it because, like I said, it's just.
What did you think
awesome.
of the fourth one that came out with?
You know what? I didn't really mind the fourth one.
I heard a lot of people hated it.
Didn't like it.
Yeah.
See, I didn't mind it.
I can't say much.
So you didn't like it.
I
but
didn't
you didn't
like it.
hate
Yeah.
it.
I can't say much on the Halo franchise because I've never owned an Xbox, but I've heard it's very good. I've heard it's up there with like Doom and whatnot for really good series. So
Yeah, it's
I don't really have an opinion on Halo.
pretty good.
I remember watching a lot of Halo Reach when I was younger on YouTube.
I played Halo 2
I bet that was
when
you.
I found that like original
Just watching.
design Xbox
I was just
in
watching.
my garage.
Stop. Yeah.
Good beat.
Yeah.
So, this is everyone's favorite video game. What's everyone's least favorite video game?
My least favorite video game.
That I've played because I've only.
You know, mine's actually really surprising.
Mine's not.
Tim.
I have to go first.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
order we've established
Well,
in the last episode.
I have to think about this.
There'll be another one later that's like worst of all time, and this one's just worst that you've played.
Okay, worst that I've played. Okay, I did before quarantine find a copy of Naughty Bear, and I bought it for $10, and it was not worth
That
$10.
game's very bad.
It got boring after 10 minutes of gameplay. I was so bored playing that
Yeah.
game.
It
and
was
just dumb.
It was basically, for anybody at home that might not know that game,
The premise is funny, that's about it.
it's basically just meant to be like a shock and awe. kind of like Happy Tree Friends on Netflix,
God,
where you
I
go
love
into
Happy
it
Tree
and you're like, oh, look at these cute things, and then it's like brutal murder against. Basically, the game Naughty Bear, he's a teddy bear killing other teddy bears and it's
Because
meant to
they
be like-
didn't invite him to a party.
Yeah. So it's meant to be like, whoa, you'd never expect that out of cute teddy bears. But it just ends up making for a game that's like, it's fun for the first like 5 minutes it happens.
I was expecting it to be kind of funny and like have a campaign, but it's literally just rounds of him murdering other teddy bears, and it
Yeah.
gets old.
It would have been a good like browser game.
Yeah, yeah.
My least favorite was a game that I spent $80 on, and it was obscenely hyped,
Oh my god.
Fallout 76.
and it was terrible. No, that game was somewhat redeemable. The game I'm talking about is No Man's Sky.
Really?
I've heard it's improved. I've heard that they've come out with free updates that have made it a playable game.
What is that on PlayStation? or
PlayStation.
PC?
The premise of No Man's Sky was you're just a person in the massive online game, and you can go to any planet anywhere. It was an infinite universe, and you were supposed to run into other people, and you could fight them or make friends with them, or anything like that. You could go to place, you could destroy anything you wanted, you could upgrade your ship, you could fly everywhere. There were NPCs that you like had to learn their alien language.
That does sound interesting.
The first day I booted it up, I realized there were a lot of issues. First off, everything was randomly generated. So you ran into issues where they would randomly generate animals. So you'd get something that was like a T-Rex, but it had like chicken legs and massive arms. And it would run around. And I was like, this is awful. And the randomly generated worlds were like, you'd have a mountain here, and then for no reason there'd be like a desert on the same level as the top of the
I
mountain.
feel like that's like where they got the design ideas for planets in Rick and Morty.
They might have, because genuinely, and I never ran into another person.
Ever?
Ever.
How
I
long
never,
did you play?
I played, the first day I got about 6 hours.
And you never
I
ran
never
into
saw
somebody.
another
That's
person.
funny.
Not a single one. The entire game was literally just, to use your warp drive you needed fuel. So you'd warp somewhere, find a planet, get the fuel for your ship, and warp somewhere else. That was the whole game.
That sounds boring.
Now, since I've heard they've added an update where you can build houses on planets, and there's there's more stuff to do. But when they released it, I genuinely was convinced it was the worst game of
I
all time.
feel like if it's that big of a universe, it's kind of hard to run into other players.
Right, where it's infinite.
Yeah.
The fact that it's just
Exactly.
infinite.
Yeah.
And really, I should have been able to, because that game got so much hype. There were so many sales of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people to this day were unconvinced that at the time it was actually multiplayer server. A lot of people were just like, they probably didn't put it on a multiplayer server.
They probably just said that to make
Yeah.
sales, and then
But they had hyped the game for 2 years. They were talking all about how this was going to be you could do anything. It was supposed to be a game where you could truly do anything.
I remember all the ads and all of that.
You
yeah.
got nothing. And it was genuinely like a week before
Yeah.
Steam had 0 active players. Like, not a single person was playing the game. So then you really weren't going to run into anybody.
yeah.
And somebody finished it. They got to the center of the universe and finished the game. And you know what it did?
Crash.
Started the game over. It just sent them back, because when you start, you're just on a planet with your ship. So they got to the center of the game, and it put them on a new planet with their ship, and that was all that happened. Easily one of the most disappointing things I'd ever had happen, and I think it was during 2-a-days it came out. So
That's
I've been,
even worse.
I got done with a 2-a-day, and I was so ready to play this game all night until the next 2-a-day, and I was pumped, and it was terrible. Just awful. And that really stuck with me.
Okay, you're going to want this for my answer.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Least favorite video.
My least favorite video game. Now, this is because I played it too late, honestly. I played it after all the hype, so I wasn't really into it all that much. The story's boring to me, and the graphics, I think they're just too far back for me to enjoy them even at all. Star Wars The Force Unleashed is my least favorite video game.
Bruh.
And the reason
Wait, 20.
the reason why is because I just couldn't get into it. I've never gotten into it. I can say that I've never completed the game, but I've gotten far into it. I just can't. I can't compete.
make
I
yourself-
can't do it.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
Did you play the second one?
No, I didn't play the second one.
You really couldn't get into the first.
I really
Force
couldn't.
Unleashed.
No, I could not.
Wait, the Force Unleashed.
Yes, the Force Unleashed.
With Darth
With
Vader.
Starkiller, yeah, and Darth Vader, yeah.
How?
I just couldn't.
I bought that game again when I lost the disc because I wanted to replay it. What could could you just
What
not
did
do the
you like
gameplay?
about it?
or-
Well, I thought honestly the gameplay felt like repetitive and boring, and I don't know. I just couldn't
That's how I
get
felt
with the
about,
story, you know.
That's how I felt about Arkham Asylum.
I guess.
I thought that the campaign was kind of
I got
all over the place.
But like you've played a lot of video games.
I
To say
have.
that's one of your least favorite. That say that is
Yeah.
your least favorite.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought SpongeBob Battle for the Bikini Bottom was better.
Well, I thought The Last of Us 2 was better.
Bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna get copyright strike for
Bro,
using that.
guy. Yeah, I don't have much to say to that other than just I guess I disagree. Did you
Yeah.
play No Man's Sky?
I did not play No Man's Sky, so I can't.
You played Fallout 76
I did.
for like 2
I
hours.
did play Fallout 76.
And you're gonna say that game's
and you thought that it was better than.
I thought it was better, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their opinions. Mine's just shitty on this one.
I guess I can kind of see where you're coming from, because the second one makes the story way better. The ending to the first one is what makes it good. If you pick the
And
right
you
ending.
didn't make it to the ending.
I still haven't made it to the ending because I just can't.
Next week on Joe Hawk Gaming, we're gonna get to the end of the Force Unleashed. The Force Unleashed. Okay. So then, what's your favorite video game console?
You know what? I'm gonna go first on this one because I've got my answer. Because I know Tim doesn't.
I might. You don't know me.
So my favorite console, Xbox 360. It's nostalgic. Okay.
I like the Xbox.
Give me the
360.
controller back. I've given you too much power.
What has happened?
Do bruh sound effect 3.
Let's see what it is.
Now we are gonna get copyright
Wait,
strike.
no, wait.
But
Four.
remember-
We've got to hear four.
No, we don't.
We've
All right.
got to hear four.
So,
No, turn it off. Turn this off, because that's definitely copyright music.
no.
Turn the PlayStation off.
I'm doing it. Oh my god.
Christ.
I was going there. You took
You
it out of my
were
hand.
not! You were going to fucking
I was going to the
TV
top
and
right,
video.
you goon.
God damn. God damn.
Alright, so Xbox 360, which is still a bra.
I liked it. That's what my cousins had when
You know
I
what
was
my favorite
growing
is?
up, so I know that
The
one.
Nintendo DS.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, but what about the Game Boy?
Still, no,
the Game Boy's
still,
awful.
Still Xbox 360.
Alright.
You ever look at the graphics on a
What?
Game Boy?
I thought the Game Boy was pretty amazing.
Well, it's fun, but have you ever used a DS? I
Yeah.
had a chip for the DS.
Game Boys are older. They're going to have worse graphics.
Exactly. It's still
Yeah, but the
fun
games
games.
kind of sucked too.
No, I had
No.
this one
They
Wario
were
game.
fun
and
games, dude.
I crushed that like
the
every day.
SpongeBob game
Every
that
game
I
that
had,
you could get on the Game Boy, you could get on the DS.
That's not facts.
That's
No, that's
definitely
not
facts.
That's not
No,
true at all.
Because I tried looking for that Wario game on DS, but no.
I had every
couldn't
Mario
find it.
game on DS.
Wario with a W.
What was the name of the game?
I think it was just Wario.
Maybe
World.
now you can, but when he was a kid.
Well,
you
if
couldn't.
I just want to keep going.
Like Wario World, I think that was it.
You know what system? I don't know if it's my favorite. I I obviously like the PlayStation 4 and Xbox 360 are better, but of what I've had a Wii and I've had a PlayStation 3. And I've had
I messed with
and
Wii
I
as
had
well.
an original Series Xbox, like the OG.
We did too. I
So
don't
the
know what
interesting
happened
thing
to
is
it.
the
And a
Wario
PlayStation
World.
2.
You could only get Wario World on the GameCube.
Okay, then it wasn't Wario World. It was Wario something.
You've got Wario.
I think Wii's are
WarioWare Touched.
WarioWare Touched. I don't
That
know.
sounds like
That
that sounds like a game where you're like,
Okay, so there's Wario Master of Disguise, Wario World, WarioWare Gold, Game and Wario, Wario Land Shake It, and Wario Land 4.
Wario
Hold on,
Land.
it might be Wario Land 4. Let me see it. Can you pull up like the game?
Just the name he shows you.
Gameplay? That's what it would have looked like?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Wario Land 4. That was honestly a solid game.
Okay, so Wario Land 4.
That was it. It was Wario Land 4.
Nintendo DS. Chill, bro.
Jimmy. What's your... Oh, yeah, you said DS, didn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you can get Wario Land 3 on the Nintendo DS.
Oh,
I like,
well, would you look at that? Would you look at that?
Oh. Yeah, no, it is on the 3DS.
It is?
Yeah.
Shit, I might buy it and get a 3DS.
And there you have it. After that very long break, we have proven that every
Well-
game you could get on the Game Boy, you could get.
Not every game.
No, you just said you could only get one game on the GameCube. Wario World?
Yeah, but if you couldn't get it on the Game Boy, then it doesn't count either, because that's not. Then it's not meant to be a portable game.
Wow. Listen to this guy.
That'd be like saying, "Oh, well, you know, I can get Halo 3 on the Nintendo DS." Like, it's not meant for
that
the
would be
DS.
sick.
You can get I got the Force Unleashed for the DS.
I did too, and that's when I first started to try to play it.
Okay, well that's why.
And then
That's
I
why you
tried to play it
hated
on my
it.
Xbox 360, and I couldn't play it on that either because I just couldn't stick with it. I just could not stick with it.
Okay. Tim, what's your favorite video game console?
I'm debating between the Wii and
These do slap though.
They did.
okay, I really do like Switches as well, but I don't think that's my favorite. No.
I like that the Switch can be played portable or on a TV.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
I
that
agree.
too. Way to go, Nintendo! You guys
Nintendo's been
kicked
killing
up
the
a
game
notch,
for
yeah.
years
They really have. Since 1890 whatever.
when they started making playing cards.
Yeah.
You can't play as many games. Like, I have a PS3 right now, and obviously there's more you can do with it, but I grew up with a Wii, so that's nostalgic for me. I think I have to say Wii.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
okay.
I had
I'm okay with
so
that answer.
many banger games on that. I had Rock Band 2. I had Michael Jackson.
I think Tim
Just
likes Rock Band
Dance.
too.
I had
The thing.
Wii Sports.
Who
Yeah, everyone
didn't?
did. It
I'm
came
sorry.
with the
It
Wii.
came with the Wii.
There's no game that's ever gonna beat Wii Sports. I'm sorry.
That's a bold statement. I think you mentioned the Switch.
Yeah.
I want to say earlier I made a comment where I was like, well, that game's not meant to be played on a portable console. That's what I like about the Switch.
Because
you can play like
anything
Skyrim on
the
it.
Switch, yeah.
And that's not a portable game, but
you can still play
it is
on
now.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I'll hit you with another one. What's your least favorite video game console?
Nintendo 64.
That's a bold statement.
That
It
is
is
a
a bold one, but like I don't know. It's just the controllers. I think they're clunky, and I can't get behind. Because they're clunky, I just can't get with like any of the gameplay.
You can get behind that. I did get the chance one time to use a Virtual Boy. The first 3D console
Really?
that you put up on your head. It's like
The
on a
OG
pedestal,
VR.
and you put your head in it, had a headache within 3 minutes.
Really?
Immediately.
I bet it was the graphics, wasn't it?
Because they do like it was like the red and blue thing, you know, to make 3D.
Yeah.
You have red and blue, they match, and it
Well,
just.
Do you have glasses on when you're doing it, or is the glasses?
No,
just
like your head's just in
glasses
there.
are-
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like there's filter in it,
Okay.
but it genuinely, because a lot of old games almost give me a headache just to look at now.
I agree.
Now imagine that, but like
That's what I think
it
about
was
Halo 2.
designed to
That's
be
how I
that
feel
way.
about half of the games on my Xbox.
Yeah, that console. I mean, it didn't take off. It didn't do well at all, and that's good because it should.
I got a feeling it didn't. Or else
I
we'd
feel
all
like
have one.
I think if you used it for more than an hour, you genuinely have a brain aneurysm.
That's terrifying.
I don't think they play tested it. Like I think they would just put it together and like, yeah, this should work. You get motion sick because I have a PlayStation VR. I don't use it a lot, but I have it,
Yeah.
and I've never gotten like a headache or motion sick from that. So it's not just like me. It's genuinely the design because PlayStation VR doesn't make me sick, doesn't make me nauseous. I think the longest I played it was like an hour, and I didn't feel any different when I came out. So it was an issue with the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't even know if that's what
I
it's
had
called.
a VR headset
Shooter
when I had a
roller coaster
Samsung.
game that you
Yeah.
had. I love that.
I need to
game.
check to make sure it's called the Virtual Boy, otherwise everyone's gonna be like, bruh.
Did you get a VR headset with a Samsung too?
No.
I did.
I had
got
that,
one.
and there was honestly some really cool
I was
stuff
gonna
on
say
there.
it was pretty dope.
Yeah,
I
like
liked it a lot.
I would- on like holidays or whatever, when family would come over, I'd always give it to like my grandpa
Yeah.
and whatever, and he'd be like, "Rah! Jesus Christ! Oh!"
This is the Virtual Boy.
Yeah,
That looks like
that
it would give
looks-
you a headache.
I don't think
They
they
can't
can see
see
that.
anything.
Yeah, they can't see that. Get closer.
Can't, I'm in the couch.
Get your ass off the couch.
It's
They're not
fine.
going to be able to
Nope,
see it.
Just look up Virtual Boy.
There
on
you go.
Google Images.
Also, the controller doesn't have a very long cord length,
So you're like.
so you're genuinely in here like this. But it's got a high rating for some reason. It's got a 4.3.
Maybe it's better now.
I'm gonna
Maybe
maybe
this
they remade
I
it.
was gonna say maybe this is an updated version.
Everything literally is just all of the good reviews are saying for collectors only, but a unique system or interesting piece of gaming history. None of them are like
It's cool that you got to use one though.
Yeah, it was
I
neat.
didn't enjoy it.
It's still cool.
You know what? Alright, so let's talk about what Jimmy was talking about a little bit earlier. Let's talk about the best game you've played.
Before
Not
we get to
necessarily
that,
your favorite, but the best game that you have played ever.
before we get to that though, that should
What?
be like the climax. We should talk about
Oh, I'm climaxing right
Stop
now.
We
it.
should talk about underrated video games.
Underrated video
Fallout
games?
New Vegas.
That's fair. I've heard a lot of.
Honestly?
things about it. I think. Say it.
You guys are gonna bruh me again.
Where's the bruh button? Where's the bruh button?
we should try to sell a bruh button. Like
That would be.
like
we
the
would
that
get in
was
trouble
easy
for
button,
that.
but instead just bruh.
That would
You're gonna
be.
get sued.
No, I don't think
I feel like
bruh
that's
is
already
necessarily
a thing.
copyrighted.
I guarantee you, if I look up bruh button, I can buy one right now.
Probably. Then we can just buy one.
But what were you saying?
So I think one of the most underrated video games is Toy Story 3.
I had that on my Wii.
Dude,
It was
so
a
good.
bop.
It was so
I
good.
love
Did you
that game.
did you mess around with like that your own town setting or
Yeah.
I did that all the time.
I
It was so,
played that game. I finished the whole thing so quickly because I was having a blast.
You're jesting.
I'm not jesting.
You know what?
Honestly, it is such a good
I'm gonna
game.
change my. I'm gonna
and
change
I
my.
cannot stress this enough that it was actually a good game.
Because Fallout New Vegas gets a lot of actual acclaim, so I'm gonna go with this here: the Over the Hedge game for PlayStation 2.
I've actually.
What? I
have
didn't even know that
game.
was a thing.
I remember there was
Because
this mode.
we had a PlayStation 2 when I was super young, and I played
yeah,
that game.
there was a mode where you could drive golf carts around and just like jump them over like hills and stuff. And I remember really enjoying that. That game and like ATV Off Road or something, were
you
two
like driving games.
of
Some video
obscenely
game by
fun
a
games.
motocross company.
It was ridiculous how much I enjoyed.
I'm
some of those.
surprised with your history of loving driving games that you don't like the Grand Theft Auto games.
I like the Grand Theft Auto
You don't
games.
have any of them. You don't talk
Everyone's
about
got
them.
GTA.
I've got GTA 5.
Everybody and their grandma owns GTA.
Tim made an
5.
assumption there that didn't go well. Yeah, no, I enjoy GTA 5. I had GTA 4. I have both the DLC for GTA 4.
I have San Andreas.
I also have San Andreas on my computer.
I just want to say that Grand Theft Auto 5 has been relevant for 10 years now.
No, here's another really underrated game.
10 years.
The Jango Fett Bounty Hunter game for PlayStation 2. It tells the entire story of Jango Fett from just being a regular bounty hunter to when he becomes the template for the clone army. That game was I've never finished it because of how hard it is.
Oh dang.
Now, granted, I was 10, but I've never gone back and
Dad.
tried to beat it because it's hard. It's a hard game, but it's really cool and it's fun.
I
And
bet it wouldn't be as hard.
Dad.
for you.
there's a bit.
Please.
There's this one thing you could do, which was really innovative for the time, where you could like interact with civilians, like you could
Oh.
hit them with his rope, and they'd get all tied up,
Yeah.
and then you could hit them with the flamethrower, and then they'd burn to death.
And then with the people around you, be like, "Oh my god!"
No, you just lose money.
Jesus Christ!
If you did enough, you'd fail whatever bounty you were on. But it was always this weird bit where like, if you get an alive or dead bounty, and then you'd like capture them alive, and then you'd be like, well, it's the same amount of money to bring him in dead. And then you had kind of this moral issue where you're like, do I just kill this guy or do I just take him in? But it had like his poison darts, like you could poison dart people. It was pretty neat. I'm gonna go with that's my final answer.
That's a solid answer, James.
Also, the Star Wars Battlefront 2 with the campaign mode.
That's not underrated though. Everybody.
I
talks
feel
about
like
Battlefront 2.
It's a good campaign.
I'm not talking about the new one. I'm talking about the one for PlayStation 2.
Oh.
Oh.
Because the campaign it used to have was a war mode where you'd have your ships, and your ships could go from planet to planet, and you'd invade the planet, and then if you took it over, it was your system. But if you ran into the other guy's ship, you'd have a space battle. Like you'd fight each other in space, and you'd have to blow up his ship. And then if you blew up his ship, you'd have to build another one, or you could build more of your own ships, and you had to unlock reinforcements and stuff. Really great game. And when they remastered Battlefront 2, I really hoped they'd put that mode back in, and they didn't. And
Well, they kind of did.
No,
with Supremacy.
not at all. Supremacy is not even a fourth of how insane the Galactic campaign was on
For
Battlefront 2.
reference, Jimmy and I played the same game of Supremacy for 2 hours one time.
Yeah. If you do a grand campaign map like that, and if you don't play it right, it could take you 8 hours. Because there's like 12 planets, and you have to take your ship from planet to planet, and they can do the same. And then you have to fight a ground battle. If you lose, then they get the planet. So if your one ship's all the way on this side of the galaxy, and they just took your planet on that side of the galaxy, you now have to get this ship all the way back over here. And you can only move one spot per turn.
Shit.
It was absurd. It was still, and they had like Hoth. You know, you could do Hoth battle was really cool.
Ooh.
Everyone would be dressed up in snow equipment. That like an asteroid. Mos Eisley.
Interesting.
It's pretty epic.
Oh, okay. So we're at 28, almost 29 minutes. So
I have 2 underrated games.
All right,
I haven't
let's
gotten to talk about underrated games yet.
let's
Number 1. On the original Xbox, they had a game for the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. Yeah, they
That
did.
game was pretty
That game
fire.
was pretty good.
It was so fun.
They had that
I
on
had a
PlayStation
great
as well.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The campaign was really fun.
Oh, you know what? You know what game's underrated?
What?
Prototype.
I don't know if I've heard of that one.
It's a PlayStation game. And,
like original PlayStation.
no, PlayStation 3. It's called
Oh.
Prototype. And basically, there's like it's kind of like there's a zombie plague, and you get it, but it
Yeah.
allows you to like morph your body So you'd have like a hammer hand and like a claw hand. And
That sounds really fun.
you had to
actually.
absorb more points to like upgrade yourself, and you could
Yeah.
like hijack helicopters and fly around in them. It was pretty epic.
And then the other underrated game that I
What's
wanted
that?
to talk about.
What?
What is this?
Get that shit out of here,
Is
man!
this Baby Yoda? The child?
The child. Give me the child.
Not sponsored by Disney.
Actually, not true.
Fuck!
Oh, what a cute. Ow, he bit me! Best part of that episode.
I hated that part of that episode. It made me feel bad for
I hate Baby Yoda.
little
What?
child.
I hate regular Yoda.
Nah. How do you hate Baby Yoda?
Just look
It's
at him.
so adorable.
Because you know what he's going to turn into?
Yoda.
Yeah, and I hate that bastard.
What's wrong with Yoda?
He committed war crimes.
Okay, well he was fun.
Wait, when did he commit war crimes?
Army of clones you found. Send them to war we must.
That's a war crime.
Oh.
He just found a bunch of dudes that had been bred and then was like, that's it. We're going to send you all to die.
I don't
He
think
didn't
war crimes
know
exist
that
in
they were
Star
gonna
Wars.
Oh,
die.
War crimes don't exist.
They
in Star
don't exist in
Wars.
Star Wars.
Well, if they
Because
did,
you see them happen all the time.
if they did,
so.
Yoda committed a lot of war crimes. Several.
Several.
He tried to kill. He
Yoda
tried
was
to
a hardcore
kill the
criminal.
head of the democracy. So he's also a traitor to the Republic.
He was a hard.
They voted on that man to be
Yoda
head of
the
the.
did.
ex-con.
They voted on the chancellor, and Yoda tried to overthrow the chancellor. Yoda. is a
Imagine
bad guy.
Yoda in prison. He's got like, he's walking around with like a bunch of big guys behind him. He's like in charge.
Tall Yoda. Remember the tall
Yes.
Yoda picture I sent you?
Stop.
But yeah, no, Yoda is awful.
No,
Worst
I hate
Star
Yoda.
Wars
I
character.
hate
I disagree hard.
I could have beat him in a
This
fist
isn't
fight.
even a Star Wars episode. What?
I could have beat
We should
Yoda in a
have a
fist fight.
Star Wars episode.
No
Why
force,
haven't we?
no lightsaber. I could beat Yoda in a fist fight.
Homie's gonna jump all over you and like claw you. to
Yoda
death.
would cut you in half.
Dude's like
almost
2 foot
immediately.
tall. No, I said no lightsaber and no force.
He's gonna jump all over you like he's on ketamine
Nah.
and claw you to
I'm
death.
pretty sure ketamine isn't an upper. I'm pretty sure you take ketamine and you just.
I don't know if ketamine is an upper or a downer.
Well, they mix
So-
it with like heroin, so
Hera.
it's what
Maybe to get the best of both worlds.
it's what we
who
call
knows?
heroin in Toledo. It's a fact from my dad. That's a my dad fact.
Well, now let's wrap up this
Not that my
episode
dad does
and
heroin.
talk about
My dad
the
doesn't
best
do-
video game we've played.
My dad doesn't do heroin. He works in Toledo, and he says they call it heroin. I just wanted to preface this with my dad doesn't do heroin.
We need to.
Does your dad do
No,
heroin?
this isn't a bit. My dad doesn't do heroin.
This needs to be a group discussion about what the greatest game ever.
Yeah,
is.
let's all decide. Let's
Fallout New Vegas.
Let's all put our minds together.
You know what?
Rock Band 2.
Minecraft.
That's
Minecraft.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
Minecraft.
honestly
Honestly,
agree.
Minecraft.
Any
yeah.
age
You can
play
do
Minecraft.
literally anything with
Any
Minecraft.
any age can play
Oh, yeah.
Minecraft and enjoy it.
Yeah, it wasn't even
Speaking
that big of a
Minecraft, I got
conversation.
something I have to tell you.
Hmm.
So today my power went out, and I was playing Minecraft during that time.
corrupted your world.
It corrupted the world, and I had to delete it.
That's,
I was almost done with that mansion.
Good.
I was almost done with a mansion that was extensively large for no reason.
Minecraft is easily, I'm gonna say it, the most influential game,
I agree.
maybe of all time.
That's another one that even became
Yeah.
more public 10 years later.
Nobody hated it. Nobody
Yeah.
hates Minecraft.
Nobody
Honestly,
ever trashed
there
on
was a
it.
time when people were trash talking Minecraft.
Right, but
That's
they were
true.
only trash talking it because it was popular.
That's
Because it was
also
a
true.
meme.
Because
at
if
the
you
time.
don't enjoy Minecraft, you're playing it wrong.
There's
Because it's
something-
how you play
There's
it.
literally something wrong with
Yeah,
it if
and
you
there's
don't
there's
enjoy
so many ways to
Minecraft.
play it, and there's so many ways you can like. It's a creative outlet.
Yeah, there's
honestly.
game modes. You want to
And,
play
like,
Hunger
yeah.
Games? You can play Hunger Games if you want to play a fighting style game. Minecraft can be a fighting style game. You want to just build things alone? There's a peaceful mode, takes out all the mobs. So if you've got an 8-year-old that just wants to build things, Minecraft, great.
Minecraft
If you're
is
65, you can still play it and enjoy it.
Minecraft
It's just
is
a
like a
fantastic game.
perfected version of Roblox.
And honestly,
Yeah.
some of the updates, I haven't enjoyed them. Like, I don't like how they took away zombie pigmen and then they added in these hoglin things.
Yeah.
But
Original
I'm probably going to get used to that, honestly.
I first bought Minecraft on the computer when it was before there was food. Like before food was a thing in Minecraft.
Before food was
I
invented.
remember a time in Minecraft where a bow and arrow didn't have a drawback. You just pressed right click and you fired an arrow instantly.
I actually remember that. Too.
Minecraft was beautiful, still is beautiful, but I
It
truly
has a great soundtrack.
yeah.
It does.
And the thing with Minecraft is it can be played on anything, anywhere, because of how low requirements it is. You can play Minecraft on your phone. There's a phone edition of Minecraft. Minecraft
It's literally the whole game. on
yeah,
your phone.
mine and I just love the title. Is literally what the game is. You mine and you craft. That's it.
Yes.
It's a simplistic masterpiece. It surpassed Tetris recently as the most sold game
Actually?
of all time.
That's awesome.
So I don't even think it's controversial to say that Minecraft is the greatest game of all
It's
time.
not, honestly.
Because sure, there's not really a story, but you don't really need a story.
You can make your own story,
That's true. You can make your own.
which is again like another creative
That's-
outlet within the game.
That's where Minecraft Hunger Games came from.
Right.
Somebody had an idea and they put it together.
Just the fact
like
that
I bought New York the other day,
the
and
city of New York,
the whole
yeah,
city of New York. Somebody built the entire city of New York
in Minecraft.
in Minecraft.
That's just kind of a.
I bought it for $3.
That's kind of what a show of how that game truly expands everywhere. Because I got the International Space Station,
And we blew it up.
Did you actually?
we
That's
blew it up.
funny.
but it's just the way. I mean, I don't feel like I'm being a shill for Minecraft here, because genuinely Minecraft is this good.
It is.
I think
genuinely this
everybody
good.
here agrees.
So that's
If you
our
disagree,
consensus.
leave
Yeah.
something in
Leave
the
a comment
comments so
and
that
we'll
we
make
can
fun of
give
you.
it a thumbs
So
down.
that we can make fun of you and call you names.
So we can beat you up and find out where you live.
Donate to our Patreon.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch at the Joe Hawk TV store. Link in the description
We still
below.
have merch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
I'm gonna
And tell your friends to watch. You know what? Just like
after this episode, I'm
Go on
gonna
your
make a
Snapchat,
new.
you
I'm
know.
gonna make a new shirt, and that's gonna be our like custom shirt,
okay.
and it's gonna have a quote on it, and it's just gonna say Minecraft. We're gonna sell Minecraft shirts.
We're
The
gonna sell-
quote's just
Ooh.
it's just gonna say
It says
Minecraft. in
I wonder if like
quotation marks.
someone's done Minecraft, but like with the Supreme font. They probably have. Like with the
Yeah.
Supreme. Yeah.
I feel like our merch, all of our merch will have our name on it somewhere, so that way you're not just buying another shirt. Because that'd be a waste of.
Right. All right.
Oh my
well,
God.
that wraps up this
We
episode
should
of podcast.
We should make a sweatshirt that says exotic merch. I would buy that.
I'd
And
buy
you,
it.
if you wouldn't buy that.
Also, this is an update video now. Most of us here are gonna be leaving for college, or one of us is staying.
yeah.
So this is the first time this has been introduced to anybody in this room. But we're gonna make offshoot exotic accounts.
What?
There's gonna be so you're Joe Hawk TV,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then when
The
you
main
go,
account.
when you go to college, you'll hold on to Joe Hawk TV,
well, yeah.
and then
I've had this since 8th
I'm
grade.
gonna make Jim Hawk TV, and that's
and
gonna
then
be our
I'm gonna
off-branch
make
account.
Tim Hawk TV.
And then our central hub will be Joe Hawk Television.
That would be awesome.
Okay.
We can do different things on the different accounts.
It's kind of like Achievement Hunter, or you know how they have like offshoot things.
All right. Well, I guess we'll have to
Another
further
update
discuss this.
from last week's episode. I got my license back.
Or I might just upload my content to your channel, and then
Maybe. Yeah.
I think it would be interesting to have different accounts that do different things. But podcast remains on Joe Hawk 2. This is a conversation that we probably shouldn't be having on
Yeah, we
the
probably
air.
should be recording this. All right,
Also,
we love
Evan,
you guys.
Evan has put in his official resignation from Joe Hawk TV.
And we love you guys. I
Love
just
you guys.
shit my pants.